squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you dusted, I leave you behind me. I flip the switch from 0 to 90. If you do too much, I'ma do the almighty. You know I got it.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the New England Patriots. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now the man from Kentucky, this is Lynn Bowden. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Patriots, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On the ground, it's Bowden. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Here's Bowden. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense
trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And the Pats are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Quick pass out to Miller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw there taken in by Smith. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. Powerful running. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Foyesade Oluwakin came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
It's caught, Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9. Give left side here for Nwangu. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Washington, nothing.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. You know, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Finding some room at midfield. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bowden. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. That's going to be caught by Ali Cox. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 18. They run with Bowden. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Watch the safety creep. Mikey, 18.
And they'll try to run the option here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Not what you wanted there. It goes as a sack and a loss of a yard, and now it's 4th and goal. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 31, Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they...
Oh, this is taken in, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there for the Patriots.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second and a couple, Jones. He's got Smith here. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Jones. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Throwing, Jones. Being chased out left. And this one complete to Smith. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. McCann's kick up and good. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. It's complete. It's Miller. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
He's brought down at the 16-yard line.
So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald with a sack. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Off play action. Jones eluding the pressure right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The Patriots send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That's pulled in at the 32. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They'll try it again with Bowden. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake, Jones. Flushed out right. And he's out right at the 25. With nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Here's Jones, throwing on 1st down. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun, Jones. Forced out to his left. This one caught by Isabella. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Throwing again, Jones. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. Finding room to the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Drops this off with Nwangu. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Following the fumble recovery, Jones. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Jonnu Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming, he's coming. Check him.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, look at the catch there by Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 28.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, gotta push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
He's coming, he's coming. Check him.
Now a handoff looking right. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now here's a carry heading left. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Now this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. On play action, they'll throw. He'll dump this one off to Bowden, complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd and 13. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Into the secondary past the 40. And all the way up to the 46.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football? And there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the 1st down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A huge play there for Washington.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Escaping the pressure right. Third down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
26 Mike. Oh, you got deep? Hey, smash. Motion. Check. Shift. 19 tight. 19 tight. 26 Mike. Come on, let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now Jones. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big play there for the Patriots. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Buying time to his left. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They'll look to throw again. Open man is Ross, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38, Jones. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Back to throw again. He'll get this to Nwangu. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Jones now on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That is caught inside the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Is it okay if I bring...
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory...
It got his man complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This is caught out in the right flat. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
What was that? Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Patriots, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12.